My name's Lawrence and I'm the manager of the Activity Hub at both Lower Mill and at Silver Lake. This is just a quick video to run through how we can use the lakes in as safe a way as possible whilst having loads of fun out on the water. Both Lower Mill and Silver Lake are fantastic places to get out on the water and some of the safest spots for doing some paddleboarding or kayaking or any of those things. We've just got a few key rules that we do ask you to follow whilst you're out there to keep you safe and also to make sure that you're not damaging the important habitat that we have at both of the sites as well. One of the most important safety points whilst you're out on the water is that you wear your life jacket at all times. And this includes if you're using your own equipment or equipment that you've rented from the Activity Hub. So keep the life jackets done up and keep them nice and secure whilst you're out on the water. Another really important thing to bear in mind is that we don't lifeguard the lakes at all. So whilst you're out there, you are looking after yourselves and you're paddling at your own responsibility. For this reason, we ask that any children under the age of 16 are supervised at all times by a responsible adult. The reeds around the side of the lake are a really important habitat for all sorts of nesting birds, so we ask that you don't disturb the reeds and avoid crashing through those. The islands on the lake as well are really important for nesting, so we ask that you don't land on any of the islands at all whilst you're out on the water. And any wildlife you see, definitely admire it from a distance, but we just ask that you leave it be and try and avoid disturbing it as best as you can. Another important thing to consider is that both Lower Mill and Silver Lake, all of the properties are privately owned. So anywhere where there's a property and a little bit of land that leads up to the water's edge, even if it looks like an inviting place to land, we ask that you respect the fact that it's probably someone's garden and you only land in the designated launching and landing areas. Also, just bear in mind the noise levels whilst you're out on the water. Or if you're paddling sort of into the early evening or paddling outside somebody's property for a long time, we just ask that you consider the fact that they might be sat trying to enjoy a nice evening on the decking. When you're out on the water, it's always a good idea to assume that you may well fall in. So even if you're a paddleboarding pro or an expert canoeist, I do suggest that you probably don't take your phone in your pocket, and it's also a good idea to wear appropriate clothing at all times. In the event of adverse weather conditions, we advise that you don't head out on the water. If there's ever any thunder or lightning, the lake's automatically shut for the next hour, and that's from the last rumble of thunder. So if you are out on the water and you do hear a rumble of thunder, we ask that you head straight off of the lake at the earliest and easiest opportunity and refrain from heading out until the thunder's completely cleared away. So that sums up all of the key safety points for using the water at either Lower Mill or Silver Lake. If you do have any questions at all about using the waterways, whether you want to know where the best place to go is or if it's a safety related question, then do feel free to either pop into the Activity Hub or drop us an email and we'll be more than happy to help you.